Hi everyone, my name is Abdul. I'll be hosting today's event for you. I'm one of the employment development workers at the Birmingham City Council Youth Promise Plus program. So welcome to the virtual Youth Opportunities Group event today. We do have a packed event with quite a few guests coming on board to speak about what they have to offer. So just I'll give it a minute or so for others to join us. Now, while we're waiting as well, please, we want to make this an interactive session. So if you can type in your questions or queries that you might have as we're going along in the speech bubble. And I've got my colleague Sadia who's monitoring this. So, we can actually try answering them as we go along, or there will be a questions and answer session at the end where we will cover as much as we can today. Right, so this is the actual plan for us today. So I'm just going to introduce what Youth Promise Plus is about and what we do as a project, and then just talk about what we do as a work ready team in Birmingham City Council and our colleagues in Solihull Council as well. And then we have Department of Work and Pension. We've got Caitlin who'll come on board to talk about the Kickstart program. So you need to be an universal. Caitlin will go through the details about this a little bit later. We've got Pete from the Learning Hub. We'll be discussing or talking about any opportunities and training programs that they have available through the NHS. And I'm sure there's some great opportunities for you guys if you want to go into clinical roles or any frontline sort of NHS roles. They will, Pete will talk about this. Right, Better Pathways, who have recently come on board to help us and assist us with, anyone who might have anxiety issues or might have mental health concerns. Now, they've got a great provision in place which runs alongside our Youth Promise Plus project to help you overcome such issues. So we'll go through that with you as well. And we've got Lauren from Princess Trust, who will be talking about the Get Higher programs and many, many other opportunities that they've got available through Princess Trust. And last but not least, we've got Chris and Pete from Digital Innovators, who will be talking about some great programs they've got available for those who want to go into IT sector. And again, as I mentioned, question and answer session at the end, but please start writing in those chat boxes as we go along, and hopefully we can answer them for you as well. So make this an interactive session. Very quickly, so some of you guys might be new on this MS Teams platform. So just wanted to make sure that you guys know how to maneuver around this. So if you're using a phone, if you just touch on any part of the screen, it should come up with the speech bubble on the right hand side. Just like WhatsApp, if you were to click on that, you can message us using that speech bubble. If you're coming through on a laptop, for example, just hover your mouse around the center of the screen, and again, it will have a similar sort of menu come up on your screen where you can use the speech bubble to chat to us. Okay, Tara, if you want to go to the next slide. Thank you. Right, before we go any further, just like any other classroom, just need to cover some etiquette. So please, if you are texting us, we want to make the most of this session. So do be mindful of others that are on this session. And like I said, my colleague Sadia is monitoring it. So keep it clean and keep it friendly for everyone else to share. And most importantly, if you don't want to, don't ask us to publicize these texts on the public group, you can text us. It will stay private and we can answer these questions, or directly email it to you. I'll just give you our email address. You can always email us as well at the same time. Okay, so if you have any technical difficulties, you can always come back and join us. Okay, so, and if you can't, here's our email address, yog@birmingham.gov.uk, or you can go through our website, which is www.birmingham.gov.uk/YPP sign up. Just wanted to mention, we're trying to improve our services as we go along. We've got a few colleagues that have come on board today. So, if anyone who might, vision impairment or hard of hearing, and you might find it difficult trying to understand what I'm saying to you or the information that's coming through today. Now, this will be available on our YouTube channel. Again, we can provide you with the link if you were to email us or just put it in the text box for us. And you can revisit our website. You can put the caption on as well. So what I'm saying to you or my colleagues or partners that will come on board, it will come up on the text as well for you. So, it is user friendly in the sense that it is Microsoft Teams. So these facilities are available, but to improve it even more, There will be a survey coming out straight after this session, so please do complete that for us as well. So again, if you think that we haven't delivered a service for you right now, but people or the guys that might come on in the future, we can improve it for them too. Right, the reason you're here today, either training or maybe you want to go into work, and some of you guys might feel job ready. So I just wanted to quickly say to you that level 2 qualified children's practitioner has come through. One of our local employer, they've got in touch with us to say, look, they will provide you with the opportunity to go for the level 3 training to as an apprentice. But they've also mentioned that they do have a level 3 or above teacher's position as well. So if you guys are out there, just please send us a CV or get in touch with us, and we'll put this forward for you. There will be an interview in terms of, it'll be a phone interview and then a face-to-face over in Sparkbrook. And secondly, this has just come through recently actually. So as you know, construction is a biggie out there. You've got the HS2, you've got one of the tallest buildings out of London that's being built right now on Broad Street. And I'm not sure if many of you guys are aware, we've got the 2022 Commonwealth Games coming up over in Perry Bar. So, they need people, civil engineers, for example, construction workers, labourers. But this is just some bits that we've got available I wanted to share with you guys. If you've got your CSCS card, so there are vacancies available through the HS2 website itself, or if you email us, we can help you with the applications. So as you can see, the closing date is 18th of March. So please get in touch with us and we will put you forward for these. Right, there are other vacancies as well in terms of administrative duties, as well as if you wanted to go into care work, or there isn't many retail or customer service. I know I get asked this regularly, but I'm sure come June time, when everything hopefully starts opening, we should be able to put you in or point you towards the right direction for you. Okay, so there is always something for you guys, and if you're concerned about not having a CSCS card, again, we've got many training providers that are providing CSCS cards as well. Thank you. Right, Youth Promise Plus, what is it all about? Well, it's a program that is for anyone from the age of 16 to 29, but if you're a school leaver and you're 15 or above, we can take you on as well. Now, you will not get so much under one umbrella. As we go along, you will see in this and what we have to offer. So if there isn't something that is right for you that we can't offer through our program, we can always find someone that will. So our offer to you from Youth Promise Plus, as I say, if you're not in education, employment or training, you can access this program as long as you live in Birmingham or Solihull area. Now, myself and my colleague Sadia, we sit in the work ready team. As I just advertised those 2 vacancies, there's a few others that come through as well. So if you just get in touch with us where you need your CV tweaking, or if you need interview tips, or just the basics aspects of it, we can do that for you, get you ready and get you out there for a job interview at least anyway. We do an action plan. We will do like a time scale as well, and review these action plans as well with you. So we're not going to just leave you to it. We will continue working until we can get you into something that you're happy with. Right, on the other hand, as I mentioned, if you've got any health concerns or you feel as though you need that bit of support, Apprentice Trust will come on board in a little while to talk about what they have to offer. We've got Birmingham Career Service and Youth Service as well on board, who will support us with anyone up to the age of 25 to get you job ready. I know we've got the pandemic at this current moment. You might be anxious about going out there, trying to find a job where you have to get on a bus. We can again cover this. I'll talk to you about independent travel training that we have in place. Right, coaching and mentoring, that is something even myself, that's one of our biggie here that we would do from Birmingham City Council. But then if you needed that bit more service to do with, I don't know, if you want to have that training before you go out there into the world of work, we can get this action plan. We can set up barriers for you that you want to overcome, and we can set specific goals that are, I don't know, in terms of that, so you can achieve within a short time scale, and like I said, then get you out there into a place where you can do your own job search as well. Right, apprenticeship. I know we mentioned about apprenticeships available. They're coming through thick and fast, especially with the Kickstart program as well. That is, I'm sure Caitlin will talk about. But Birmingham City Council also have a Kickstart program. Recently, we've just done our very first training program, trying to get you ready for the main vacancy that we're in there for digital marketing and admin. I'm hoping, we'll be able to give you more varieties as we go along as well. Right. If you can go to the next slide for me, please, Tara. As you just quickly touched on the pandemic aspect of it, obviously with the COVID-19 being in, at this current moment and with the restrictions that are in place, so your health and safety is paramount. We will ensure that we look at the risk assessment first and foremost before we decide on, how we're going to go forward working with you, either if you want to go into a training or even a job. For example, you can see on the bottom right hand side where someone's having a virtual interview, just like I'm talking to you today. But obviously there's 3-4 people sitting on the other side, so you might be a bit nervous about technology, about sitting down and talking to people on the other side of a camera or your screen. Sorry, we can run through these with you. Okay, now we can do mock interview with yourselves, and I've been doing this over and over again for the last year or so that we've been under this lockdown, and there has been success coming through it. Many people do ask, look, is there any vacancies out there? Is the employer going to give a start date? Seriously, the vacancies I've just advertised, they have got start dates. The 2 HS2 positions, I think it's first week of April when you are going to start those jobs if you were to be successful. Very quickly, just wanted to say about the independent travel. Now, Solihull, our colleagues in Solihull Council, they support with this, but if you live in Birmingham, again, it doesn't matter. We can refer you over as long as you're on the Youth Promise Plus project itself. They will do virtual run through of travel training and provide you with scratch cards for National Express buses in Birmingham and Solihull, which you can do the dummy run normally or usually. They will come out to you. They will take you out on these routes. Because of the pandemic, obviously, we want to make sure that you're safe as well as we are safe as well at the same time when we're working in this environment. Now, these are the guys just wanted to introduce from Solihull. So, you've got Amber there, you've got Anna, Vicky and Sarah, but my colleague Saeed also sits in Solihull, goes out to secure jobs in that area. So if you feel as though you're more closer to, I don't know, ACOX Green or Solihull itself, they can help you with this as well. Right, Tara, if you want to go to the next slide for me, please. Just quickly, just in case we lose connection with yourself, please get in touch with us through the email yog@birmingham.gov.uk, or our website is www.birmingham.gov.uk/YPP sign up. So I just want to introduce one of my colleagues to yourself. So she will actually go through the Kickstart program. It's Caitlin from the Job Centre. Hi, Caitlin, are you there?
Hello, thank you everybody. So good morning, it's great to have this chance to talk to you all today. So my name is Caitlin and I work for the Department for Work and Pensions in the Employer and Partnership team. And currently I'm working on a new programme which you may have heard of called the Kickstart Scheme. So the Kickstart Scheme is a 6-month paid job with a local employer which is funded by the government. It will provide fully funded opportunities for you to get experience of working for an employer. It is expected that the programme will offer thousands of jobs and opportunities over the next few years, and to show their commitment to Kickstart, the government have set aside a £2 billion pot of money to fully fund these positions with businesses and employers all across the UK. So jobs from the Kickstart scheme will be open to young people between the ages of 16 to 24 who are claiming universal credit and could be at risk of long-term unemployment. So here's a little bit about how it will work. Employers who want to take part in the Kickstart scheme will share the details of their job opportunities with the job centre, and the work coaches in the job centres will then be able to match their customers to these jobs. They will either do this in their work search review appointments, which could be over the phone or in some cases face-to-face, and also by sending details through the journal. Candidates would then need to apply for the Kickstart opportunities and, if successful, will be invited by the employer for a job interview. So it would be like a proper recruitment process. The employer would then select who they would like to take on. The government will fund these job opportunities for 6 months at the national minimum wage for 25 hours per week. They will also pay the associated employer national insurance contributions and any employer minimum automatic enrolment contributions. What we hope is that having this job opportunity will give young people some really valuable paid working experience, in addition to building on confidence and skills which will make it possible for young people to move into work when the 6 months comes to an end. If during the 6 months people find long-term work with another employer, so they get another job offer, we would also see this as a great outcome, as it would hopefully have played its part in moving that young person forward and into work. Whilst on this scheme, the employer, or what we call a Kickstart Gateway organisation, would also provide some ongoing support to the young person, for example, mentoring support. Anybody who is interested in a job opportunity through Kickstart will need to have a good CV prepared, as the employer will want to see this, so it's really important if you are interested that you make sure that your CV is good to go. If you haven't already, I would recommend that you get somebody to cast a critical eye over your CV. After all, it is in many ways your CV is your passport into work, and there might be some changes that you could make to your CV which could show all of your skills, abilities and previous experience in a more positive way. You could also get your work coach in the job centre to help you with this, and any of the other organisations that are involved in YPP, which Abdul has mentioned to you this morning. Additionally, you could contact the National Career Service, and you can do this either online by visiting nationalcareerservice.gov.uk or by booking a consultation by phoning them on 0121 296 5550 or 0800 100 900. I'm just going to repeat these details as I don't think they're really important. So for your help with your CV, contact National Career Service, and you can do that either online by visiting their website or by booking a consultation by phoning them, and we'll put the details on the presentations for you. You can also find out more about the Kickstart scheme on the gov.uk website or at the Job Help website, and you'll be able to see some of the promotional material here, including a link and a video on it. You could also ask your work coach. If you just Google gov.uk and pop in Kickstart in the search box, or Google Job Help, which is just one word, no spaces, and look at the section for help under 25s. So just a quick recap and to give you some key points about Kickstart. It's a 6-month paid job opportunity for 16 to 24-year-olds, which the government is providing funding for. You can access these job opportunities if you are claiming universal credit. You will be referred to them through your work coach, who will talk to you about the range of Kickstart jobs available and send the details through your online journal. You need to apply for the opportunities and would be invited to attend an interview. So you need to apply yourself either via sending your CV or online, depending on that employer's chosen recruitment method. It's also worth mentioning that you can apply for more than one Kickstart opportunity at a time. The first 6-month cohort will start in November this year, and it's expected that the scheme will run until the summer of 2022. So the last 6-month cohort would start in November 21. In other words, if you don't have the opportunity to get into the Kickstart scheme this November, there will be more chances for you next year. In the meantime, you need to get your CV ready, and I've given you some signposting of where you can get help with that, and also the details of National Career Service who can help you with this. We've had a considerable amount of interest from employers already who are really keen to employ young people through the Kickstart scheme, and they are offering a range of different jobs. So keep contact with your work coach, and please do ask them for these on a regular basis. Thank you so much for having me today.
Just quickly, I wanted to mention also, Caitlin repeatedly said that please speak to your work coach regarding these vacancies that are coming out for Kickstart. There are a lot of external employers that are coming on board now. So if there is an employer that you're interested in, go through your work coach just for health and safety aspect of it as well. Make sure that work coach has the information, and do your own research as well on the employer. So just I'll let you know. It's just because we had a few communication come through yesterday, and I just wanted to make you guys aware. Please talk to your work coach about any Kickstart vacancies that are coming up, and I'm sure they can give you all the information that you require. Thank you. We're going to move on to NHS. We've got our colleague Pete there. There you go. I'll put you on the screen now. All right, Pete. There you go.
Okay, lovely. Thanks a lot. Hi, everybody. My name's Pete. I'm an educator over at University Hospitals Birmingham, the Learning Hub, which is a little training centre to get local people, young people, older people, all people generally over the age of 18, into employment in the NHS, into a whole range of different jobs. The main criteria at the moment is that people live in Birmingham or Solihull, that they're aged 18 plus, although if you go into the Prince's Trust and come through as that way, it can be 17 as well. And the main thing is that we want people who've got a caring nature, that are genuinely interested in looking after everybody else, or people who need looking after. So the Learning Hub is a little centre that's designed, purpose-built to get local community members, unemployed people into work in the hospital, but we're part of a bigger picture. University Hospitals Birmingham is 4 great big hospitals hospitals. It's the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, it's Heartlands, it's Good Hope, and it's Solihull. So we go right the way around the city. We've also got little offshoot areas like Birmingham Chest Clinic. We've got places in the industrial centres. We've got dialysis, kind of small kind of areas going out to people within the home, so because they can't make it in time, so we can go meet them. So there's lots and lots of care facility going on, and we want people just like you, people who may not have any qualifications, people who may not have any previous experience but have a desire to work in care. We generally train people up to what's known as Band 2. That's where we start. Now, Band 2 is, you don't really need qualifications or experience, you just need to be that kind of person. We take you in and we train you up, and then obviously as you do our training, you apply for jobs, you get jobs, and after a year you start to take on extra training and you can move forward, move up in all kinds of directions, and you can have a very interesting career over the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. However long you want. Retirement seems never to end, never to arrive anymore. So anyway, we've got 20,000 staff. We're always looking for new staff and the right kind of people. Development opportunities, not a problem. That all comes as part of the jobs that you'd get here. We can't guarantee you jobs. We can guarantee you top class training, which will give you experience at the NHS, which will then most likely get you the interviews you're looking to get, which will obviously, you go to an interview and then you get through that too, because we give you training in that area too. So the training we offer is, first week you come along and listen to an information session, and then you do a registration with us, have a one-to-one chat about what we do, what we can offer, how we can work together. If that all goes well, you'd go on to a course that follows on for the next 11 weeks. The first proper week would be 5 hours of online training, 2 hours a morning, in lots of different areas like application form filling, how to do it properly, not just robotically or badly, which is a lot of people do them badly, how to do it really, really well. So, and how to back that up at interview with communication, presentation, confidence building. We do team working stuff. We teach you about confidentiality and infection control. Sounds a lot, but if you take it one day at a time, and then we go over that as the weeks progress afterwards, you tend to find you just start to know things. We don't expect people to learn everything all at once. That comes with time for any of us. So, apart from the application forms that we're kind of looking at with you in the presentation and the interviews, it's about your magic too, your individuality. What makes you you? You're the only person who is you in the world, and you've got a lot of stuff to offer that often people just like yourselves haven't got a clue about. No one's been giving them the good news, they've just been giving them the bad news and the negative stuff. We're here to kind of bring that out so that you can take that to interviews and people notice your character, your individuality, how special you are, because you know it, you can put it forward, and it's very believable, and it's the kind of thing that interviewers really want. So, apart from that 2 hours a week, which is the first proper week, what we have then is we have a training team and we have a mentoring team. And the mentoring team, well, let me go on to the training first. The training team will be offering you 1 hour sessions per week, sometimes 2, on different areas that you'd need to know about the NHS. The mentoring team would be doing the same, but about what they call softer areas, learning about yourself, learning about how you think, learning about the best ways to actually learn quickly and prepare yourself very fast, so that these habits settle in for life and you can always get ready for interviews very quickly. I've had people who've done nothing 2 days before the interview. I've sat down with them, got them ready in 2 hours, done a little bit of practice at home and got the jobs. So it can be done. It is done a lot. So we do things like team working, managing change, recruitment, retention. So when you've got jobs, how to handle the whole change and the processes that come in. Mental health awareness, LGBTQ plus awareness, unconscious bias, to be explained later. I haven't got time now. Job mapping skills, how to learn really quickly, like I just mentioned, people getting jobs fast and knowing what they're talking about in interview. Things like self-reflection, and also preparation for care certificates if you want to be a healthcare assistant. That's learning about the kind of different modules that nurses and theatre staff need to know about. Mental health, health and safety, diets and nutrition. You're getting lots and lots of information, but not too much. Everybody learns at a different time frame. Some people very quickly, some people need a bit more time to actually digest. I'm one of them. I like to learn a little bit slower. But the aim is, more than anything, to get you up, running, heading in the direction you want to go. Whatever area that is, there's lots of different jobs in the hospitals at Band 2. We also work hand in hand with the Prince's Trust, who have a Get Into Hospitals programme that they run. So that comes through us actually. We kind of work hand in hand with them at the Learning Hub. So we have that. We want to give you a career that's right for you, and I am talking about a career, long-term job stability. I've never known anyone at UH being made redundant. It doesn't happen. When I came here, people who've been here 30, 35 years. That's a great plus. You can plan your life with a career structure in front of you with job stability. So that's what we want, is the right job for you now, and then for you to be able to think about the right kind of job for you in the future and where you want to go with that, because we do want you to progress. When you move forward, you leave a space for someone just like you now to come in and start that process again. So we don't guarantee jobs, we can't. It's completely up to what you do on the course, that you're on time, that you attend, that you're listening, that you engage with it, that you put the time in your own life to start really learning these things. And then you go to an interview and you're not nervous, because preparation makes for confidence. Knowing who you are makes for confidence. And that's the things that we mainly focus on. You do get lots of interviews offered to you, though. I've never known anybody who's applied for jobs not get the interviews coming through. And around about 4,000 people since 2003 have got jobs with us. So I'm speaking from experience when I say I know this works. So I've put the Learning Hub details, the email address, in the chat box right at the beginning. If you're interested in anything, email me on that email address and I will get back to you. And I'm literally seconds away from my allotted slot. So thank you for listening, and I hope it's been helpful, and I hope we get to meet you. You are welcome. Thank you very much.
Hey, that's great. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Fabulous. The information that Pete's put on there, I think the next slide is just a little bit more on there as well. I know it's too much information, you see, so we don't want to put that on there, Pete. So I know you sent us this flyer earlier.
Yes.
Just thought, just for this purpose, I thought I'll put that on there anyway. If someone can look at it or take a screenshot and zoom in, they might be able to see it. But on the other hand, if you guys require this, we can send an email to you as an attachment of the flyer. Pete has sent it to me. So if you want to, again, send us the email. I'm sure Sadia's put on that on the website, our email address, yog@birmingham.gov.uk, and we can send that out to you. And if you feel as though you've got something that you want us to address for you, or if you feel as though you don't want to talk to ourselves, we can get one of the advisors from Better Pathways to contact you as well. We've got our colleague Teresa and Anna on board today, as I've mentioned earlier, to give us advice on how we can improve on this delivery for people with sensory issues or so vision impairment or hard of hearing. So I'm hoping they will observe this today and give us some advice as well. So please, and if you need anything addressed at this current moment, Teresa has just asked me as well to say, look, please put it in the chat box and we can look at this for you individually as well if you don't want us to publish it. So thank you. Right, with Better Pathways, just quickly, just to go through what they will cover. So anyone who might have, as I've mentioned, generic issues regarding anxiety, regarding mental health, behavior activation, so improve sleep hygiene, these things they will address. I don't know if you can see all those little captions that I put on this slide. So even travel management, as I mentioned to you. Not only do we have Solihull independent travel training, these guys can also assist with that too. Next slide for me, please. Just wanted to quickly introduce the journey that these guys will obviously map out for you, talking to you on a one-to-one basis. So it's the journey that they've got for you there, and then obviously, you know, they'll complete a client profile and begin the mental health journey tracker. And obviously they will do one-to-one sort of support with yourself. As I said, if you wanted to register with us first, obviously we will have a three-way meeting before we introduce you to one of the guys from Better Pathways. But if you wanted to go directly to them to have a conversation, again, we can do that for you as well. So there's a 5-step process. So, you know, when you complete all this and approximately within 12 weeks, you know, and you feel as though you're ready for training or jobs, we will come in, try to assist you alongside these guys that are sitting in Better Pathways too. Next slide for me, please, Tara. I've already touched on this, so three-way meeting. So for the guys who may just want to come on to Youth Promise Plus, we'll do a three-way meeting before we do a handover. Again, please get in touch with us through yog@birmingham.gov.uk or our website, which is www.birmingham.gov.uk/YPP sign up. Thank you, Tara. Right, we've got Lauren and Trish today from Princess Trust. So, hiya.
Hi, Abdul. How are you?
How are you, Trish? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Hello, everyone. My name is Tish, and I'm a youth worker at the Princess Trust. Today we have Lauren with us as well, so she'll be shadowing the session. So yeah, next slide. Thank you. So who are we? We are the leading UK youth charity. We were set up by Prince Charles, and we help young people move into education, employment, or training through our various programs and one-to-one support. Next slide. Thank you. Before moving on, we thought it would be worth mentioning our coronavirus support hub, where you can find useful resources. So please head up to our website to find out more. Next slide, please. Thank you. Now on to our program. So first off, we have Get Started program, where you can develop your skills by taking part in a week's course of a theme activity you love. So coming up in this month of March, we've got Get Started with Podcasts, where you can discover how to make your own podcast and develop a following. The Taster Day is on the 10th of March, so it's really coming up. It's tomorrow. Then the program runs from the 15th to the 19th of March. Then we've got Get Started with Spoken Word. So take your interest in spoken word to the next level if this is something you're interested in. And the Taster Day is on the 17th of March, and the program dates are 22nd of March to 1st of April. Virtual Explore is the next program I want to talk about. Actually, Lauren, who's in the call today, will be running the access session this Friday at 2 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. And basically, this program is great for young people who want to develop their skills, confidence, and motivation, and receive help to find work. There are 2 sessions a week which cover personal development and employability topics. You receive one-to-one support throughout and after the program to help you achieve your goals. So I'll say that again, the next access session is this Friday the 12th, so do get in touch to get booked on. Then next up we have Get Hired in Technology. So it's coming on the 23rd of March. This program is for young people who are interested in the tech and digital sectors. This program will allow you to fast track the application system with training and support from tech industry experts. On the final day, you'll have interviews with employers from the different tech jobs on offer. So this is great for young people who are interested in tech and really want to be put in front of employers. So come along if that's something you're interested in. Then we've got our enterprise program for young people who want to start their own business. So you get business advice, mentor support, and a chance to apply for funding. The next Explore Enterprise course starts on the 16th of March, and it's a 2-day course. Then I'm very happy actually to announce this one. Our team program is back. So this program is very popular here at the Princess Trust, and it's a 12-week self-development program to grow confidence, develop skills, and help you get a job. The upcoming team program is in Chelmsley Wood, and it starts on the 15th of March. And then, next slide, please. Oh, no, go back then. Thought I had the health and social care slide. Sorry, guys. So we have our health and social care provision as well. So we've got the Get Started with Health and Social Care program. Basically, you receive training by industry experts to help you find and apply for work in health and social care. There's great jobs to apply for at the end of this program or course, and the next dates are 30th of March to 1st of April. And then we have another program within the health and social care sector, which is called Get Into Health and Social Care, which is a longer program and usually runs for 8 weeks. You get hands-on training and work experience to help you find work in health and social care. It's usually held at the University Hospital Birmingham, and the next taster day is on the 23rd of March. It's important to highlight that live vacancies with employers are available with this program, because I know that that might be a question. So for young people who are under 18, because our health and social care programs are from young people who are aged between 18 and 30 years old, we also have mentor support available. Okay, so you get a mentor to help you find and maintain jobs in health and social care. The mentoring support is not solely for minors, but I just thought it was important to highlight that because you might want to work in health and social care but not be 18 yet. Lastly, how can you get in touch with us? You can call our customer service team on 0800-842-842. I'll repeat that, 0800-842-842, or visit our website, which is princess-trust.org.uk. So if you Google it, you'll be able to find it as well. And I'll leave my email in the chat box if you want to get in touch with me. So thank you so much for listening. I know this can be a lot to take in, but I just wanted you guys to have an idea of the programs we've got to offer. So if you have any questions, I'm here at the end to answer them. Thank you.
We've got Chris and Pete from Digital Innovators. I just wanted to introduce you. Hi, Chris, you all right?
Hi, everyone. Hi, Abdul. How you doing?
I am just going to put that up for you if you give me one second.
So essentially, guys, what we do is we take young people ages 16 to 25, which is quite a loose age bracket. We try and cater to as many people as possible. We put them through a two-step learning program. It's done in around about 13 weeks. And there's two parts. The first part, which is delivered by our huge team of really talented individuals from workplaces, from different aspects of work, from marketing, sort of directorial places. One of them is from an ex-director from BT. And all of these people teach skills essentially for 3 weeks. So the first 3 weeks is a skills program, which includes things like digital skills and techniques, and then other skills like design thinking, communication, collaboration, leadership, negotiation, and project management. Throughout this, you guys are taught in essentially a practical way. So we don't like to just make you guys sit and listen to us, because we don't think that's how people learn. I mean, I'm an ex-student of the program and I didn't learn that way. So throughout this program, you're taught these skills. And then moving on from that, the main part of our program, after you're taught these workplace and life skills, is the project side of it. So what we like to do at Digital Innovators is called project-based learning. So we put you in contact with employers such as the NHS, University Hospital of Birmingham. I know we had a presentation before that. National Grid, BNP Paribas, many different big and small companies. And essentially what we get you guys to do is work on a project with them. So you'll be making a tangible thing for them to actually use. So for example, it could be a website that they need making, it could be an app, or it could even be a social media marketing campaign, or even just a normal employment drive or something like that. And so what will happen is when you're on the program, you'll work with these employers. You'll firstly get, well, the main things you'll get out of it are the skills that we mentioned at the start, experience working with employers, and basically normal workplace skills. And in the end, the main thing to get out of it, the main thing that you get out of it is something to show people at the end. So, for example, if you go into an interview, you can say, well, if you go onto this website, I helped create this, and a company's using it right now. We think it's really important. And that lasts for the remainder of the weeks. So just to tell you my story, I was essentially put onto a project called the Comrade Challenge. So what happened was we were given an idea, build the classroom of the future, and that was pretty much all we were given. So what we did was we made a few case we looked at case studies, we looked at different sorts of classrooms, and what we did was we essentially made quite a bit of paperwork and eventually got through to a stage where we were presenting our idea at the Better Education event in London, in front of very high up influential people from Dell, Google, Microsoft, very high up people. And I think without Digital Innovators, I wouldn't have got that chance. So yeah, I will mention that we're doing a free taster session on the 11th of March at 11 AM. I'll send the Eventbrite link into the chat shortly about that. And then the next program will be running on the 15th of this month, so it's not too far away. And if you guys want to sign up, or if you
obviously not only do we have to tell you what we can offer from Birmingham City Council Youth Promise Plus, you've heard from our partners as well, and lastly obviously Chris telling you about the Digital Innovators courses that they've got available through the IT. And I know a lot of our guys that have come on to these events in the past have taken these opportunities on as well. Because when you're in work, you will not find so many free opportunities coming through, especially under Youth Promise Plus, as I've just mentioned to you. We can put you in connection with guys like Chris from Digital Innovators. All right. And going back to the point at the beginning, if you guys are interested in any of the vacancies, please let us know and email us and we can get back to you as well. Right, Sadia, I'm going to pass you on with the question and answer session now. I'm hoping there's a few from our guys that have come on today. Hiya.
Hi Abdul. Thank you to all of our guests that have come on today. It's been a really informative session. We've had just a couple of emails that have come through, so thank you to everyone who has engaged with us. We did have one for Kickstart, but I will just email that person back because obviously Caitlin isn't here. And that was Abdul, because you mentioned about Kickstart vacancies being advertised by other employers, and if anybody does see any opportunities and they want to apply for them and how to go about that, I will just email and just let that person know. But if anybody else does come across those, obviously with Kickstart you do have to be part of the job centre, so you have to be on universal credit. But again, I'll put that question to Caitlin and she'll be able to advise on how they can approach their work coaches to support them in applying for those vacancies. But I'll stop on Kickstart because obviously Caitlin isn't here. We did have another one for Digital Innovators. I know obviously Chris gives his example of himself being a student and then being with Digital Innovators now. It was just how long does it take to complete the course, and do Digital Innovators help you to find jobs?
Yeah, really good questions there. So yeah, it takes around about 12 to 13 weeks for the course to be finished overall. So it's quite a short course in that respect. And what we do is we do actually help you guys try and find employment at the end. We try our hardest. Obviously, it can't be guaranteed, but we have a big list of employers that, well, we try and put you on to work with the people who you work on the project with, so the employer. If they can't take anyone on at the time, we do have a big list of employers who can't necessarily do a project, but do want to take our students on because they see a really big improvement from normal students, basically, who haven't been through the program. It's 11 weeks. I've just been corrected. Pete is on standby. He's just having a few technical issues. One thing I didn't mention, I just want to mention really quickly, with universal credit, if you're on universal credit, you can still do the course and it won't be cut off or anything like that. But yeah, thank you for your question. That's
great. Thank you for that, Chris, for the little bit of extra on the end. I think that was probably going to be a follow-up because there are certain courses if people are on universal credit which they can't do. But no, thanks for clarifying that. That's great.
No worries,
we don't have any other questions for today. So yeah, back to you, Abdul.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Well, guys, thank you for listening to us. And again, thank you to all our partners that joined us today. So look, promote Youth Promise Plus to any of your friends or relatives that might be out there who, aren't in education or training and live within Birmingham or Solihull. Our next program will be in fortnight's time as well. And there'll be similar offering. And I'm hoping we can have even more greater jobs as well coming. Our email address very quickly. There we go. It's here. yog@birmingham.gov.uk. Or www.birmingham.gov.uk/sign up. So again, thank you very much. And if you've got any queries or anything like that, please give us a call. Sorry, or write to us on an email or even on our website. So thank you again, everyone.